This lesson is specially created to boost all your English skills. It's divided into 5 engaging parts. Number 1, comic story. Number 2, listening comprehension quiz. Number 3, vocabulary session and quiz. Number 4, overall level assessment. Which level are you? Number 5, shadowing practice and speaking practice. The misunderstood bear. In a lush green forest where tall trees reached for the sky and a gentle river flowed, lived many different animals. They had built a peaceful community where everyone helped each other. At the heart of the forest was a large, hollow tree that served as their food store. Here they kept nuts, berries, and other food for times when it was hard to find. But lately, something strange was happening. Food was disappearing from the store at night. The animals were worried and upset. They didn't know who was taking the food or why. One sunny morning, Oliver the owl called a meeting. All the forest animals gathered around the big oak tree where Oliver lived.
Friends, we need to talk about the missing food. Has anyone seen anything unusual? This is a serious problem that affects us all.
Oliver was the wisest animal in the forest. He lived in the tallest tree and could see everything from up there. The other animals trusted him to solve problems.
I saw someone big near the store last night.
Yes, I heard heavy footsteps too.
It must be someone large. Who do we know that's big enough to carry so much food?
All eyes turned to Barry the bear, who was standing at the back of the group. He shuffled his feet nervously.
Why is everyone looking at me? I haven't done anything wrong.
Barry, some animals have seen you near the store at night. Can you tell us why?
Me? I sometimes walk by the store when I can't sleep, but I never take anything. I catch fish from the river for my food. I wouldn't steal from my friends.
Barry was a big brown bear who lived alone near the river. He was kind but shy. and some of the animals were scared of him because of his size. Now he looked sad and worried as the other animals whispered and stared at him.
But bears eat a lot. Maybe he got tired of fish.
Yeah, and he lives alone. No one sees what he does.
Calm down, everyone. We shouldn't blame anyone without proof. That's not fair or right. I have an idea. I'll watch the store tonight and see what happens.
That night, Oliver sat on a branch near the food store. His big eyes could see well in the dark. He waited for hours, not moving or making a sound. The moon rose high in the sky, casting silver light through the leaves. Suddenly, he saw something move in the shadows. It wasn't big like Barry. It was smaller and moved quickly. Oliver watched as the shape went into the store and came out carrying food.
Aha! So that's who's been taking our food.
The next morning, Oliver called all the animals for another meeting. Everyone came, including Barry, who stood at the back looking nervous. The animals were excited to hear what Oliver had discovered.
Friends, I have found out who has been taking our food. It wasn't Barry the bear.
Really? Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried you all thought I was a thief. It's been hard to sleep thinking my friends didn't trust me.
No, Barry. The ones taking the food are the raccoons.
Everyone gasped. The raccoon family, who lived on the other side of the river, looked down at their feet. They hadn't come to many community meetings before, and now everyone understood why.
Raccoons, please tell us why you've been taking the food from the store. We're not angry. We just want to understand.
We're sorry, everyone. Our family has grown bigger, and we couldn't find enough food. We were scared to ask for help. I thought you might send us away if you knew we couldn't take care of ourselves.
We didn't mean to cause trouble. We just didn't know what else to do.
you poor things. You should have said something. I know how it feels to be afraid to ask for help. I could have taught you how to fish in the river. There's plenty for everyone.
The other animals felt bad for the raccoons. They understood that sometimes animals needed help. They also felt sorry for blaming Barry without any real proof.
We're sorry too, Barry. We shouldn't have thought you were the thief just because you're big.
Yes, we judged you unfairly. Can you forgive us?
Of course I forgive you. I understand why you were scared. I'm just happy we solved the mystery and can all be friends again.
This shows us that we need to talk to each other more. If someone needs help, they should ask. And we should all be ready to help our neighbors. We're a community, after all.
That's right. And we shouldn't judge others just because they look different or live alone. I may be big, but I would never steal from my friends. From now on, let's all try to understand each other better.
The animals agreed. They decided to make a new plan to share food fairly. Barry offered to teach fishing to anyone who wanted to learn. The raccoons promised to help gather berries and nuts for the store.
We want to make up for what we did. We'll work hard to help the community.
And we'll make sure everyone has enough to eat. No one should go hungry in our forest.
Over the next few weeks, the forest was busier than ever. Oliver watched over everything from his tree, smiling at how well everyone was working together. He saw Barry laughing with the rabbits, no longer feared but loved for his gentle heart. He saw the raccoons playing with the other animals, fully part of the community now.
Remember, my friends, wisdom comes from understanding and not harming each other. Always be kind and ready to help. And never be afraid to speak up when you're in trouble.
And don't be afraid to make new friends. Sometimes the animal you're scared of might become your best friend. I'm so happy to be part of this wonderful forest family.
And so the sun set over the peaceful forest. The animals went to sleep happy, knowing that they had solved their problem and made their community even better. They had learned valuable lessons about trust, friendship, and the importance of communication. The stars twinkled above the trees, and the gentle sound of the river echoed through the night. In their homes, the animals dreamed of the bright future they would build together as a strong and united forest community. The end. Get ready to dive deeper into our comic story and test how well you understood what you heard. This quiz will help boost your listening skills and prepare you for real-world English conversations. Remember, effective listening is key to becoming a confident English speaker. So perk up those ears and let's begin. Quick tips. Listen carefully to each question. Pay attention to details in the story. Don't worry if you miss something. You can always improve next time. Are you ready? Let's tune in and test your listening skills. Where does the story take place? A. In a desert. B. In a lush green forest. C. In a city park. D. On a mountain. Great! If you said B, a lush green forest, you're spot on. The story opens in a beautiful woodland setting. What was happening to the food in the forest? A. It was rotting. B. It was disappearing at night. C. There was too much of it. D. Animals were fighting over it. The correct answer is B. Food was vanishing at night. Pretty mysterious, right? This is what kicked off the whole adventure. Who called the first meeting to discuss the problem? A. Barry the bear. B. The raccoons. C. Oliver the owl. D. The squirrel. If you picked C, Oliver the owl, you nailed it! Our wise, feathered friend took charge of the situation. Why did the animals suspect Barry the bear at first? A. Because he was new to the forest. B. Because he was caught stealing. C. Because of his size. D. because he lived far away. The answer is C. It was because of Barry's size. Poor Barry. The animals jumped to conclusions just because he was big. What did Oliver the owl do to solve the mystery? A. He interrogated Barry. B. He set up cameras. C. He watched the store at night. D. He asked the river for clues. C is correct. Oliver kept a nighttime vigil. Pretty clever of him to stay up and watch, don't you think? Who was really taking food from the store? A. Barry the bear. B. The raccoons. C. The rabbits. D. The squirrels. Surprise! It was B. The raccoons. Bet you didn't see that coming at first. Why were the raccoons taking the food? A. They were greedy. B. They couldn't find enough food for their growing family. C. They wanted to play a prank. D. They didn't like the other animals. The correct answer is B. The raccoons were struggling to feed their growing family. How did Barry the bear offer to help the raccoons? A. By giving them his food. B. By teaching them how to fish. C. By building them a new home. D. By chasing away other animals. If you said B, teaching them to fish, you're right. Barry turned out to be quite the helpful neighbor, didn't he? What lesson did the animals learn about judging others? A. It's okay to judge based on appearance. B. They shouldn't judge others without proof. C. Only Oliver should make judgments. D. Judging others is always right. The answer is B. Don't judge without proof. It's a lesson we could all use sometimes, right? How did the forest community change after solving the mystery? A. They built a wall to keep out strangers. B. They became more united and understanding. C. they decided to live separately. D. They elected Oliver as their king. B is the right answer. The community grew closer and more understanding. Isn't it amazing how solving a problem together can bring people, animals, closer? Great job on the listening quiz. You've just given your ears a fantastic workout. Take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. Which parts were easy? Which were challenging? Remember, every listening exercise makes your English ears a little sharper. Now, let's power up your word bank. Let's start the vocabulary exercise. Remember those interesting words and phrases from our comic story? It's time to make them your own. In this session, we'll explore new vocabulary, understand how to use these words in context, and have fun with a quiz to cement your learning. All right, first up, lush. What do you think it means? A. Dry as a desert. B. Bursting with greenery. C. Dark and spooky. D. Cold as ice. If you picked B, you're spot on. Lush means super green and full of life. Our story's forest was lush. Next word, hollow. What's your guess? A. Solid as a rock. B. Heavy as an elephant. C. Empty on the inside. D. Tall as a skyscraper. C is the winner. Hollow means there's space inside. Think of that tree in our story. Perfect for hiding snacks, right? Here's a tricky one. Unusual. What does it mean? A. Boring. Happens every day. B. Weird and wonderful. C. Totally expected. D. Dull as dishwater. B is the answer. Unusual is when something's not your everyday thing, like food vanishing. That's not your usual forest drama. Time for gather. What's this all about? A. Scattering like leaves. B. Hiding like a ninja. C. Coming together, squad style. D. Climbing trees like monkeys. C nails it. To gather is to come together, like when Oliver called a forest meeting. Imagine all the animals rushing over. What a sight! Whisper. What's this word up to? A. Shouting to the treetops. B. Talking super quietly. C. Singing like a pop star. D. Writing secret notes. B's got it. Whispering is when you talk so quietly, it's almost like you're telling secrets. The forest animals were total pros at this. Now for proof. What's your take? A. Just a wild guess. B. A loud forest noise. C. Solid evidence. D. A type of tree. C's the champ. Proof is when you've got rock-solid evidence. Oliver was all about getting proof before pointing fingers. Smart owl. Let's tackle shadow. What's this about? A. A bright spotlight. B. A dark, mysterious shape. C. A new forest animal. D. A colorful rainbow. B's got the right idea. A shadow is that dark shape that appears when something blocks light. Perfect for sneaking around in, right? Time for a dramatic one. Gasp. What happens when you gasp? A. Take a quick, surprised breath. B. Laugh your socks off. C. Run like the wind. D. Fall into a deep sleep. A's the winner. When you gasp, you take a quick breath because you're super surprised. Bet the animals did a lot of gasping in our story. Here's a good one. Community. What's this mean? A. Just one lone wolf. B. A type of tree. C. A group living together. D. Forest snack time. C's got it. A community is a group living together, like our forest pals. They're the original squad goals. Let's look at forgive. What's happening when you forgive? A. Stay mad forever. B. Let go of angry feelings. C. Hide from everyone. D. Go on a picnic. B is spot on. Forgiving is when you stop being angry at someone. Barry was a champ at this, wasn't he? Now for some brain power, wisdom. What's this about? A. Being super strong. B. Running really fast. C. Having loads of knowledge. D. Flying like a superhero. C nails it. Wisdom is all about having knowledge and making good choices. Oliver was dishing out wisdom like it was forest candy. Last but not least, unite. What's the deal here? A. Splitting up. B. Coming together as one. C. Taking a nap. D. Finding hidden treasure. B's the one. To unite is to come together, usually for a good cause. Our forest friends united like pros by the end of the story. Remember, no matter your level, consistent practice is key to improving your English skills. Keep up the great work and don't hesitate to revisit these lessons to reinforce your learning. You've exercised your listening skills, expanded your vocabulary, and put your knowledge to the test. Now, let's see how you've done overall. Total level assessment. Based on your performance across all quizzes, we can assess your current English level. Here's how it breaks down. 22 correct answers. Your level is B2, upper intermediate. 21 to 16 correct answers. Your level is B1, intermediate. 15 to 7 correct answers. Your level is A2, pre-intermediate. 6 to 1 correct answers. Your level is A1, beginner. Remember, no matter your level, consistent practice is key to improving your English skills. Keep up the great work and don't hesitate to revisit these lessons to reinforce your learning. Great job completing today's English lesson. We hope you enjoyed learning about Barry the bear and his forest friends while improving your language skills. If you liked this English lesson, you'll definitely love our next exciting adventure, Arctic, the Surfing Ice Bear.
Mommy, look. Is that beer made of snow?
maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.